Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are returning to the spotlight in New York City, where they'll be honoured for their work in mental health advocacy and hopefully avoid one of those Midtown Manhattan rush hour high-speed car chases like they endured last time. You may recall in May of 2023, their spokesperson said the relentless pursuit lasted for more than 2 hours and resulted in multiple near collisions. Some onlookers thought the details may have been exaggerated, while some native New Yorkers pointed out that it's nearly impossible to go one city block without stopping, never mind a 2-hour high-speed car chase. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are heading New York to receive Project Healthy Minds Humanitarians of the Year award at the organization's World Mental Health Day Gala. The recognition celebrates the couple's continued efforts to promote mental well-being through their Archwell Foundation and public outreach. Meghan could use some good press after her return to Paris Fashion Week has quickly spiraled into what critics are calling a catwalk of catastrophes, a series of awkward moments, PR blunders and viral clips that have kept the Duchess of Sussex firmly in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. It began with what some called a Zoolander walk, Meghan striding through the Balenciaga venue in head-to-toe white and $1,000 heels, her cape billowing behind her as cameras flashed. Admirers called her poised and elegant, but online critics accused her of trying too hard, joking that she looked like she was auditioning for her own runway show. Then came the moment that truly set social media ablaze, a clip appearing to show Meghan giggling after a model stumbled on the catwalk. Seated next to close friend Marcus Anderson, the Duchess covered her mouth, appearing to stifle laughter, before turning back to face the runway. A representative quickly denied she was laughing at the model's fall, insisting the video was being misinterpreted. But royal watchers, including Mail on Sunday editor-at-large Charlotte Griffiths, said the optics were poor. She did seem a little bit out of place, Griffiths told GB News. At one point, a model tripped. She burst out laughing, and then she obviously realized that was quite a cruel thing to do, and she sort of covered it up. Behind the scenes, another awkward moment unfolded as Meghan tried to greet Dame Kristin Scott Thomas, the actress, a dame of the British Empire who once portrayed Queen Elizabeth II on stage and recently dined with King Charles and Queen Camilla, appeared to turn away mid-conversation, leaving Meghan momentarily hanging. That wasn't all. The Duchess's Instagram video showed her feet propped up in a minivan while being driven along the same route where Princess Diana's fatal crash occurred, drew intense backlash. Critics branded it as insensitive beyond belief. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliam said the decision to share the clip defies comprehension, adding, "To post a video connected in any way to the site of Princess Diana's death is beyond reckless." Meghan's team has pushed back, calling the criticism manufactured outrage and insisting the video was meant simply to document her night supporting designer Pierpaolo Piccioli, the new creative director of Balenciaga. In a statement, they said, "This evening reflects the culmination of many years of artistry and friendship, reflected in her support for his new creative chapter at Balenciaga." But even that raised eyebrows, given Balenciaga's lingering controversy over a 2022 ad campaign involving children. One commentator wrote, "For someone who brands herself as an advocate for children, showing up to support Balenciaga is tone-deaf at best." By the time Meghan capped off the night with a near headbutt while greeting Piccioli, both leaning in for a kiss and colliding instead, the Paris trip had taken on the quality of farce. Supporters praised her for owning the moment and praised her style, but for many others, the return to Europe, after years away from royal circles, has underscored what one PR analyst called her ongoing inability to read the room. Meghan revealed a fun and unexpected secret behind her Paris Fashion Week prep, a 100-day streak on Duolingo. Meghan shared an Instagram reel recapping her weekend in Paris, including her commitment to brushing up on French. The video opened with a breakfast spread and a graphic celebrating her milestone 100-day streak on the popular language learning app. Meghan previously shared that she uses Duolingo to keep up her French skills, explaining to Variety in 2022, "Once we've gotten the kids to bed and I've played a little Wordle or done my 10 minutes of Duolingo, I really wanted to relearn French. I studied it for the 4 years of high school and then it just went away." More Palace in just a moment. William's recent openness with Eugene Levy has drawn widespread attention from royal commentators. "It's fascinating," said biographer Andrew Morton. "The two words change and monarchy don't go naturally together. Monarchy is about continuity. to predicate your future life on the change you're going to make to it, well, that's a delicate mechanism. Others saw the interview as William's way of signaling a clear generational shift. One royal source noted, he's not hiding behind palace walls anymore. This was William showing that he's his own man, not afraid to speak from the heart even when it's uncomfortable. Former palace aides told reporters that the episode underscored William's desire for authenticity over ceremony. One insider said, the king's illness is still very much on everyone's mind, but William is stepping into a new kind of leadership, one that feels more relatable, more human. Royal historian Sarah Gristwood put it simply, he's drawing a line under the old idea of the stiff upper lip. The monarchy is no longer about silence, it's about connection. We got a rather surprising text from our royal insider Deep Crown when we asked about all this. Deep Crown sent us, did it ever occur to you precisely why we're suddenly awash in speculation about William's reign? It's rather deliberate, I assure you. They're acclimatizing the public, getting everyone quite comfortable with the idea of what comes next. You must remember we've had elderly monarchs for the better part of 4 decades now. Since the late 1980s, really, when Her late Majesty was already in her 60s. An entire generation has grown up knowing nothing but silver-haired sovereignty. The notion of a relatively young king, vigorous, contemporary, requires psychological preparation. The public consciousness doesn't simply pivot on a sixpence. Every article, every photograph, every carefully orchestrated appearance does precisely that work. It's scene setting, if you will. Charles' destiny, as some of us have long understood, was always to serve as a transitional figure, a placeholder, though one mustn't say it quite so boldly in polite company. He maintains continuity, yes, but the machinery, the real machinery, is already turning its attention to the next act. The future must be made familiar before it arrives. One doesn't advertise these things naturally, but the signs are there for those who know how to read them. Also, we'll have a new series for you this week called Palace Intrigue Presents King William. It's a speculative drama imagining the moment the king dies and William becomes king. Episode 1 begins with that life-changing phone call, and from there the story follows William through duty, grief, Queen Catherine's transformation, a former queen struggling to hold her place, and the reappearance of a controversial brother. And the series begins this Sunday. Subscribers to Calaroga Plus can binge the entire season right away, starting Sunday, and you get it commercial-free. You get every series, every show we put out there, commercial-free for just $4.99 a month. For everyone else, the new episodes release weekly every Sunday wherever you enjoy your podcasts. Just click that button up there on the Apple player that says Listen Uninterrupted. And we really appreciate your support. William has hailed this year's Earthshot Prize finalists as heroes of our time ahead of the awards' first ever ceremony in Latin America. The Prince of Wales will travel to Rio de Janeiro next month, where the event will take place on November 5th at the city's Museum of Tomorrow. Now in its 5th year, the Earthshot Prize, launched by William in 2020, awards £1 million each to 5 winners whose innovations tackle key environmental challenges. Nearly 2,500 nominees from 72 countries were considered this year, with the final shortlist ranging from national initiatives to small startups. Among the contenders, Barbados, recognized for its bold plan to go fossil-free by 2030, the Chinese city of Guangzhou, nominated for its rapid electrification of public transport, and Sydney's Quay Quarter Tower, dubbed the world's first upcycled skyscraper. Representing Britain is Bristol-based Matter, which has developed a washing machine filter designed to stop microplastics from entering the ocean. Winning an Earthshot Prize would be like winning an Olympic gold medal, said founder Adam Root. In a video message marking the announcement, Prince William reflected on how much has changed since launching the prize. Back then, a decade felt like a long time. George was 7, Charlotte 5, and Louis 2. The thought of them in 2030 felt like a lifetime away, but today, as we stand halfway through this critical decade, 2030 feels very real. It's a threshold by which future generations will judge us. The people behind these projects are heroes of our time, so let us back them, because if we do, we can make the world cleaner, safer, and full of opportunity, not only for future generations, but for the lives we want to lead now. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram. Hit up all the social media sites. And don't forget, it's Halloween, and we have a couple of channels here from Calaroga Shark Media for all you Halloween buffs out there. The first one is called Halloween Pop-Up. Just search Halloween Pop-Up in your search bar there on whatever podcast app you're using. And it's a combination of all the shows we've done over the years, from murders to ghost stories to trivia to music, all with a Halloween theme. And you can find that at the Halloween Pop-Up channel. And we have our main channel, Ghost Scary Stories. Just search for Ghost Scary Stories. And there's a new show there every day, as well as hundreds in the library. And you can get those commercial free too if you're a subscriber. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.